Drugs and alcohol, I never used one without the other. The drugs were the closest thing for that adrenaline rush for me of throwing somebody out. The ball's hit, you get under it, the crowd's starting to build, the guy's tagging, the whole play is being created in front of you. And then when he's out and the roar of the crowd and that adrenaline rush you get. When baseball wasn't there, that's what that did for me. And that's what got me addicted so quickly. Growing up, I was really good at sports. That's all I ever wanted to do. And that's all my life focused around, was playing and being a part of a team. I got drafted after high school to play professional baseball. Did really well, and I had more money than I'd ever wanted to have. My parents were there watching me play. It was a dream come true for me. So me and my parents, on the way home from a spring training game, got in a car accident. A dump truck ran a red light as we were turning left and plowed into us. The two things I really knew in life, baseball and my parents, were taken away from me at the same time. So I had to find somewhere I could turn where I felt comfortable. I don't know if you've noticed, but I got tattoos. I started getting tattoos, and hanging out at the parlor all day. And the people there, they were good people. They just made bad choices. That's where I was introduced to my first drug and my first drink. I went down a path of destruction. I actually got suspended from baseball. And it wasn't because of anybody else. It was because of the way I was living, the choices I was making. Everything in my life up until this point, I could do them all. I didn't need help from anybody. I was good at everything. And the drugs and the alcohol, I couldn't stop doing it. And I wanted to do more. And it was chaos. There was this guy in this suit, dark suit, and I was fighting him. And I know it was the devil, because I was fighting him and beating him and knocking him down, and he just had this cold smirk on his face, and he just kept getting up and coming after me and coming after me. And I was to the point where I was worn out, and I couldn't fight anymore. And I woke up. It scared me so bad that I got up out of my bed, went across the hallway to my grandmother's room, knocked on the door. I said, "Grandma?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "I had a bad dream." And I said, Can I sleep with you?" This is a 25-year-old man asking if he can get into bed with his grandmother. And she welcomed me in. And the next night, I asked God. I said, "I need help." I said, I've been trying to do this so long that I can't do it anymore. I can't try anymore. I said, because I fell on my own. You do with me what you want to do with me. But I surrendered. And I noticed the Bible at the end of the bed, and I started just looking through it, and the verse that caught my eye was James 4:7. It says, "Humble yourself before God, resist the devil, and he'll flee from you." And that's exactly what I did. Within 6 months, I had the same exact dream again. I was knocking him down and beating him and hitting him, and he stood up and he just looked at me. And I looked to my side, and I didn't see Jesus, but I knew he was standing beside me, because we started chasing the devil. And I never woke up feeling more calm and at peace than I ever have. I'm Josh Hamilton, and I am second.